Shut the
Hello
fuck
and
up.
welcome to another podcast. I'm Evan.
Podcast?
Yeah, this is the new thing. This is our
Podcast.
podcast to celebrate Brian O'Driscoll, legendary rugby player.
Is it just dedicated to him?
say
I've
so.
seen that post.
like,
but,
we didn't tell you before you came up. But, yeah.
I've seen the post.
We're
though.
changing the format.
All Brian O'Driscoll every week, every fortnight-ish.
No,
Brian O'Driscoll, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I hope now, like, that the middle break song is going to be something about Brian O'Driscoll.
I'll try my best.
Is there even fucking songs about Brian
Nah,
O'Driscoll?
I'm sure like someone in a pub wherever he's from knows one or has one. But I'm Evan.
I'm Stephen.
Lee.
I'm Alan.
Oh, sorry. I just think I was running on the wheel. Sorry. Lee.
You know what I'm going to do someday is just dub over your part with Lee from The Walking Dead saying like, I'm Lee. Because I'm sure he probably says that at some point during those.
We can probably dub over a lot of things with
just not have Lee one day. And
then he screams weird as well.
stitch it together.
Ah!
Actually, do that on this one.
Clem!
For the whole thing.
Yeah.
Clem!
But this conversation will make no sense.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
It'll just be getting my end and then random quotes from The Walking Dead.
So what are we talking about?
I played it quite a lot. So, well, we all did. We were all here for... Some of us were here for longer than others. Playing video games a few weeks ago in this room on PCs.
I was actually longer than you two here. Technically speaking.
I had to go to work.
Yeah. You both did.
So what we
I
played?
had to go to work too. What?
We played Titanfall. I guess is the only game we actually managed to organise ourselves.
No, Age of Empires.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't exactly.
We also played sniper Nazi zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Brought my PC to its knees.
It
so I
broke
couldn't-
on the very first mission.
That
No.
game.
Well, it broke your PC, but it broke.
No,
in
it
the second
broke
game, it
Evan,
broke.
his PC, and then it broke the rest of us.
And that started, like, that happening started me getting a load of weird frame rate issues in games I shouldn't have been having them in.
Like,
For the
out
rest
a
of
lot
that
of us,
night.
you have the best graphics card.
No, I don't.
No, it doesn't.
I was
You-
660.
You have the best
You
graphics.
said, I
card.
thought you said you had a 760.
No.
No, God,
Oh, sorry,
no.
a 670.
Not made of money. 660.
Oh, you said 670.
It's
don't
Evan,
know.
me. What's yours?
It's not going to be.
Yours is not working.
You mean I have the biggest graphics penis?
But technically, I don't know. Yours is a 760, so
Yeah,
mine's still a
outperforms the
TI.
660 Ti. Yeah, outperforms it.
Okay. My E penis just shrunk a
Yeah,
little bit there.
damn right.
Yeah, like, I don't know what happened to my PC.
It just it
Shit
crashed just
itself.
like you. You crashed before the PC, by the way.
And this isn't a spectacular looking game at all. It's
No, it's bad.
It's quite disgusting
really
looking,
bad.
actually.
All I can remember from that night is just playing Civ. We played that for hours.
Yeah,
It wasn't that
that's
long.
what tends
It
to
was,
happen.
it was over and done with fairly quickly.
You weren't here for that.
You didn't finish the game.
Oh, Civ. Oh,
Civilization.
oh. I was thinking Age of
You
Empires.
didn't even finish
Yeah,
it.
that
No,
was
Age
pretty
was
quick.
pretty funny.
Age was very funny.
Evan just
I
like
blew up
trying
that
to.
barracks.
I'm trying to be all sneaky.
That was your
Tap it,
achievement
tap it,
in
tap it
Age of
message.
Empires.
One moment I look over and it's just like Evan's just a bare little tiny village I was going to send an army, and then like a castle and fucking keeps were everywhere. And then he like tried to attack you, and it was just like
Yeah, I knew stuff was going on because I was talking to Evan saying we should work together, and then I see him typing a long message, and I don't get anything. It's just like, yeah,
And then Steven starts typing a message,
Yeah.
and then you don't see anything either.
Did you not? You didn't even get to see the message. He was typing to me like, "Let me live, and we'll fight and kill Al together. Just let me live." But he knew I was going to come in and crush him, no matter if Al was there or not. But the hilarious thing was like, I didn't go after Al at that point. I was like, I must have killed this treacherous bastard. I killed him. And Evan was like, no.
And then Alan, you still welcomed him with open arms.
Yeah, Alan just
Yeah,
well, there
it
was
was-
really.
I was the good guy.
You were the good guy.
I was.
Yeah.
Turns out the good guys lose.
Hey, I was the
And the
Chinese.
bad guys lose one barracks.
No, I think you got a barracks. I'm trying to. You got a dock.
Oh yeah,
got a
that
dock.
dock that I kept attacking, and So
And then like I got,
Eventually got it.
and then you deleted everything at that point. I built a navy just to scout the seas. After that, just to be like, I want to own the sea as well. And then you hid 2 villages all across the map, and I had to like go off. And then at the end of it, 99% of the entire map I had explored just
find
looking
out
for
what
Asgard.
That's the way most Age of Empires games.
That's
And
how all my fucking Command and Conquer games went. Was he gets just one unit, hide them in a bunch of trees or in. No, you couldn't put them into Tiberium. But in what you call it, the
Bunkers?
Red Alert one, you could put them in like
Yeah,
plants and
well,
shit. And you just leave them on there, and they were next to impossible to find.
Jeez. I know. I don't know. We didn't play a gigantic map.
No,
No,
That
it
was
wasn't
really
that big.
small.
It
That was
was
really
small.
small.
The lake
Have you?
was
It's the gigantic ones now, and then gigantic ones, and it's like pretty much just the world map, and you have it like on large islands, and it's just you have people hiding like transport ships in the corners of the map, or in like tiny little islands. Or as they say, Keith's like a cancer, my brother. He'll just send them
You
out.
never completely get rid of all of them.
No. Those games were more of attrition. It was like the other person, even though they'd have like one village, is like, I'm not quitting the game. So quit. Go on, quit, and you'll lose.
send a message, call it a draw, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I seen a video from when StarCraft 2 came out. And you know the way the Terran barracks and buildings and shit can fly?
Yes.
It was in a multiplayer game. The other guy was playing Protoss, and their armies are quite evenly matched. So the Protoss guy lost most of his base, but the Terran guy took off a barracks, and the only units the Protoss guy had left were zealots.
So we couldn't.
So he couldn't touch him, and he flew around with the barracks for like 2 hours before the other guy just gave up and let him have the win.
That was like in a professional tournament before I seen that. Where was this only recently, or was this a game?
This was when it came out.
Oh, okay. I seen a tournament, and the exact same thing happened where this guy had like a dock and a barracks. He had enough to build like just one unit each, but the other guy was like only had like melee units, and it was like trying to keep track of both of them at the same time. And when they'd land, they'd only get so many hits, and then they'd be like trying to build something really fast, and then trying to. Oh, it's crazy. Those games are mad.
Is StarCraft still popular?
Yes. Not really.
Here, not really. Yeah, Dota's killed it.
Yeah.
It's going to be free to play
Or
soon.
League of Legends.
It's going
Dota
to be
League of
free.
Legends.
It's going to be free to play soon. It's still got like I think the Intel Masters. That's what it's called, the competition. It's still got like a couple of $100,000 in prize money. Like in Korea, it's obviously still massive. Like, but I think League is now the number one kind of. Basically, the Koreans adopted the League, so that's what's now going to be known as it. They didn't go near Dota. Some of them probably did.
Dota is
but-
massive
China
in the
is-
States.
And China also. Someone showed there's like a style of play called Chinese Dota. It's supposed to be really slow.
Well, there's loads of Chinese teams in League as well.
Yeah, that's a phrase.
But over
that's
there, like
used.
you should, if you ever get a chance to watch like the documentary and how it's organized over there, like they have managers, but like there's 3 tiers of managers over players. So you have your players, then each of those players has like a mentor, and then they have their manager. Then that manager has like an executive who like oversees them, and then they have like a further tier on top of that, and like they're all picked and they're all like marketed. And have you seen like the intros to some of these guys?
Yeah, some of them. Are.
Like we just have to sit and watch a couple of them when they're all doing their like poses and there's like
Yeah,
all
they're
the
like-
effects
they're
happen.
like wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like wrestlers,
Fuck's sake.
and they wear like really like as if
Bright,
they're getting into like a
colourful shirts.
Formula One car. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
and
them
they're
all.
covered in sponsorship.
Yeah.
And
Like one team is called the best team in the world at the moment in League of Legends, which would be the biggest game at the moment. They're literally called SK Telecom. Like they're just called like the company like in Korea.
South Korean telecoms.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Most likely.
SK Telecom, like, and that's what their
Gone to the
name
bottom
is.
of
It's
that
like,
one.
how much money are you going to pay us, like, to sponsor? Oh, we'll pay you pretty much. Okay. So where do you want to put our logo? We want your name. So they're all just. It's pretty funny.
Anyway, in other stuff, I've played most of the Bioshock Infinite DLC.
You've, like, okay,
I heard
9
they
gigs.
beefed it up.
What?
9 gigs
Yeah, it's
worth
really
of
long.
DLC.
Yeah, it's really, really long.
How much gameplay do you know is in it?
I've been playing it for about 5 hours, and I think I'm coming to the end of it. So,
What's
yeah.
a considerable chunk for
But
DLC?
it's the fact, like, remember before, like, you'd complain because it would be like a kilobyte lock of what you already have. The
It
fact
was
that it's...
always illegal, though. I
No.
thought that was illegal.
No,
Like,
we
you're-
felt it was illegal.
No, like essentially you're paying for something again that you already purchased. Like it was on the disc.
I don't know.
That's a-
we only,
that's a
we
double
only
purchase.
purchased a license.
Yeah, all the stuff around games.
You're all licensed.
Stuff
It's
is on.
weird.
Fucking weird.
But 9 gigs worth, is it, like, can you see it in it? Is it actually...
Oh yeah, like there's 5 or 6 hours worth of a Bioshock game, like tons of speech, like new art. It also plays like a thief game now, because you're Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah.
You can still
Is it good thief or bad thief?
good better than the
Have
one
you
that
played
came out.
it?
Yeah, I have.
Do you have it?
Yeah,
I'm playing it and I'm not, like, hating it.
I don't like it at all.
Like, I'm not...
There's a thief sale on Steam at the moment.
It's like
over,
you
I
can
think.
pick it for £7.
It's still on today.
Steam.
Yeah, it definitely won't be on by the time I put this
No,
out.
You can pick it for €8.99, I think. The lowest was €7, I think.
No, there was a bundle
No.
of all of them.
Oh no,
for
that's on Steam. I'm talking about like just like on the what was
Humble store.
it? Not Humble. For once,
Green Man Gaming.
yeah, like one of them.
GOG.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones. I forget what the one I use. Like for the life of me, it's G2 Play. Yeah, you can pick it up for like $8.99. I don't know. I actually really don't mind it. To be honest, I'm enjoying it so far. Like I can, obviously, I get to the point where I can just see where people who've played the old ones are just like infuriated over. But at the same time, you can just turn everything off.
I suppose you shouldn't really have to do that. That's like a
Their
different
menu
game,
system
I suppose.
is probably one of the best menu systems I've ever seen. Literally, you can turn everything off. So the HUD you can get
Like
rid of.
Hitman.
But you can even turn it off to the extent where it's like it won't be on your screen; it'll appear. You can have it like appear only at certain times and stuff like that. The only thing is like I had to turn back on how you interact with objects because there's weird, which I don't get in the game, is the fluidity of the games where you have to like press E and it goes through almost like a cutscene every
Yeah.
time you do something. That's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is very annoying.
And that's what I can see what gets on people's nerves. But after a while, like
I don't have any I do like the old games, but I don't have any major like, oh, this has to be exactly like Thief 1 and Thief 2. It just feels kind of badly made.
I haven't had anything like
Creepy.
happen that like. Although, do you know what I've had a lot of, and it was actually in their old games, and I don't know if it's a throwback, but you know that look into the endless space thing where you can see out of the map and just see into endless space. I've had that where it's literally a bed, and I don't know why or how, but like there's literally just a cube of area you can just look behind and just see out of the map, and I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
like
you
how that
you
was
shouldn't be
there.
seeing that in a modern game.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it's on the Unreal Engine. Like at this stage, it has that awful Unreal Engine pop in. I haven't seen that as bad since probably the first Mass Effect game. Like, it's all over the place in that game.
Pop-ins?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Like as a texture just pop.
Yeah, you know the way Unreal Engine games
It,
kind
they,
Oh, pop in.
morph in.
it's because of the way they handle
Are
the
you on monitor or are you on LCD?
threading.
See, I run mine
my
on
TV.
like.
Oh no, this is a really, really well-known issue.
Alright.
The engine.
I don't know if
You'll
I've
probably
seen
know it
that.
if you see it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You'll definitely.
I know. Yeah, I know what it is. No, like, I don't know. Like I've been enjoying it so far. Just to the fact that like I'm kind of easy to please when it comes to that game because I just like not being spotted at all. That's how I kind of play it. That's how I play Dishonored as well. Just never getting spotted. And even when I do get spotted, it's just an instant like
He's always a rat.
load.
Yeah.
But then you'll really like the Bioshock DLC, I think, because it's very like a thief game. Like when you're hidden, your screen has black edges around it. If you hit people from behind, it knocks them out. You get noisemaker things.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's all kind of there. Or you can just shoot everyone. But it kind of implies that might be a bad idea. So it might have one of those thief style.
Would you be shooting people as Elizabeth? Like,
She kills hell of people.
The Elizabeth now is that Elizabeth. She has like blood all over her. You haven't played Infinite though.
Yeah,
Oh, you have. Okay. Did you play in the DLC?
just a main game.
She
Same here.
kills people in the She only kills one person in Infinite, actually, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this she kills a lot of people.
Well, you make her kill.
Well, yeah.
So she's a serial murderer.
Like every other game
She seems so
character.
sweet.
They've kind of, I think that's, in this, she's not that at all.
Yeah.
She's a bit harder.
I don't think since the last episode, my joke about irrational.
On Twitter. I was nearly going to reply Ken Levine on that. I would hope he would come and give out.
Did you not see that?
No.
He said it. What did you say originally?
I think it was just something to do with organising the LAN party. Or no, I tweeted about saying that Bioshock Infinite was on sale and that I won't stop defending it.
Oh yeah, and I said it's just like me with the Humble Bundle store. That I work there, and I said, well, you work. Oh.
I don't see why people have, or why you have to defend Bioshock so much. It's
I've
a
no
good
idea.
game.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh,
I
it's
think
incredibly
it's-
racist. That's
Do you
what
know
it
why
is. It's incredibly racist.
people
not
it wasn't Bioshock 1, and people are like,
Well,
how
there was
could you do
just
this?
a weird reaction to it.
Yeah.
Like it took a few weeks to turn into real fucking outright people saying they hated it, even though they said they liked it when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
But that's the internet. I've
Sure.
Yeah.
successfully unfollowed almost all of the gaming related people on my Twitter feed, and now my Twitter feed is actually pleasant to read. Like, which is
You haven't unfollowed this?
no, you're still there. A few people from Game Stuff are still. All the Giant Bomb guys are there.
I think what I find fascinating is Connor has actually only picked up Infinite and he's only playing it now. And something that completely, I completely forgot about Infinite was the whole fact that the whole spoiler alert, like the whole racist theme that goes through. And Connor goes, holy shit, they're all racist. And I was like, I completely forgot that they had that on the wraps. And I can't believe he hadn't been
Tapped
exposed to it.
immediately. That was a lot in all the press that's what Columbia was.
Yeah.
Weird.
But
And
yeah.
I think that's what was initially causing the reaction to it.
There was a lot of different things that some of the criticisms are valid enough, but some of them I definitely disagree with.
The ones that I was like, I remember the comments and stuff was like, a load of the Americans were saying like, why are the Irish people there? It's like, you really don't know your
There's a
history.
good dose of historical ignorance in a lot of the criticism.
Yeah.
That most revolutions do turn pretty nasty pretty quick, being the one people overlook the most.
Yeah.
Where this is probably not the podcast for that kind of.
No, we're no longer a serious podcast.
This ain't rock, paper, shotgun, I guess.
Was Russia
Your
no,
podcast
that's the
is
last
actually
time?
good.
That's the last time we had a podcast.
Everything's relatively okay.
Yeah, the world hasn't blown up yet.
Yeah.
So
Didn't they surrender Ukraine technically?
No.
That's a bigger issue than we were prepared to deal with on this podcast.
They haven't found that fucking plane yet.
I think
Pistorius hasn't been found guilty yet. World War III hasn't happened yet. So it's all fucking rosy.
it'll
Yeah,
happen the day I upload this, and someone will find that, and it'll be like an audio log in their post apocalypse. Just an hour of this.
A tear runs down their face because it was a time before
They
our
really
harsh
wanted
world.
to play Bioshock.
Or the worst thing ever, they have the game like an Xbox and they have a PS3 that they've salvaged. It's just like, no.
So, Titanfall?
Oh yeah, we did play a lot of
We
time.
never mentioned Titanfall.
You mentioned again.
We talked.
Yeah, it was briefly, but I think we should mention it a bit more since we actually played that
we've
the
all
most.
played a lot of it. now.
Oh, it's old
It was
news.
about 3 hours on the trot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
you
like
had
that.
this like weird thing where you're like, man,
Oh,
I can't play that type of game for so long. It like wrecks my mind. And we're all just on a look at each other like, how long were we like Twitch shooting in COD like for hours? 24
Fucking
hours.
24 hours in Modern Warfare 2, and you can't handle 5 hours. 5 hours of Titanfall.
It's very abrasive to have that much noise in your ears constantly.
Lower.
Turn the volume down.
I could
It's
just
a very
picture
noisy
Evan as like,
game.
It is.
I was only thinking of the Matrix. Like that's, the Matrix, they have those type things and like just Evan strapped in a suit just getting like
on-
gyrated. Ah!
Oh yeah, like when they get
He's
beaten
taking
up
the
in
punishments, like what's happening. That's the only thing I can say.
Matrix. God, imagine playing it on Oculus. Or
Oh man, that'd be a mindfuck.
Facebookulous. or
Oculus with
whatever.
the
Facebook.
what are they called? The hand controls, because you can actually just point.
Razor
Power
hydrants.
Yeah.
That'd be much cooler.
That'd be
though.
much
Like,
better. Just power gloves. But like, anytime I've seen power gloves, actually, I only recently.
Do you
watched
know what a
Nintendo.
power glove is? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I know what the power glove is.
That's alright.
I've watched the movie. That was an
help it.
advertising
I
campaign.
think we have our
But they use
artwork for this episode sorted.
Yeah, but they use like the pad more than the actual glove, because you can't
Yeah,
actually
it's
do
like
anything.
you're like the Predator turned on.
But do you know what the main purpose of that pad was? Is that apparently
You change your voice and say,
No.
motherfucker.
That's what nowadays are like, probably like saying like, where do you talk into it? But it was you type in a code for what game you were playing. So there was only a
Okay.
certain amount of preset games.
Super
That'll
Mario
work with
Brothers
properly.
3.
Did it even work with that?
It didn't
That's
work
the
with
one that was
anything.
It was in the
launched
film.
with.
It was in the film.
Yeah.
That film, you
Oh,
do realise
Tommy.
that product placement pretty much funded.
No, that
Quite
was
a lot
a
of it.
Nintendo movie.
Yeah, that's what
Much like Mac and Me a couple
Because
of weeks ago
the reasoning-
was a McDonald's
But I remember,
movie.
I remember because they were saying like that. Pretty much the reason for this is because they said we could put product placements. That's one of the reasons they got a go ahead, was the fact they were like, oh yeah, just put the glove. But I can't really complain.
That's a
because
really weird film.
It's
Home
fucking
Alone.
weird.
I bought the freaking voice recorder out of
The
Home
Talk
Alone.
Boy?
Yeah.
I still have one at home.
I have a
Yeah.
Talkboy pen.
Yeah, my brother
terrible.
had that. It doesn't.
It was
work
always
anymore.
terrible. It never worked.
Actually, I think we had the Talkboy pen and we got it to work, and had a message since we were kids on it, and then we played it once and the pen just
Died.
gave the message of our squeaky little voices, and then just like was like, we've passed the message, it's done. It just wouldn't work ever again.
Yeah, I still have that there.
With the
it's held together with
tapes.
fucking tape.
And for some reason, the mic extends for no reason. It's just-
They were stupid.
but it was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, but
They were
Or I
stupid.
can
They're
slow
stupid.
my voice down.
Fucking Home Alone 2.
Yeah, it was. I'm not too. Anyway, Titan.
Titanfall. No, it's just saying.
So
It's
you get shocked in the suit and you get wrecked.
yeah,
so.
like Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, it was great. Fucking great game.
I have to say, I'm a controller person with that game now.
Yeah, I
I'm
played
gonna
it with a
get- like
controller
I can play it
on
with mouse and
PC.
keyboard and pretty good, but at the same time, I'm feeling the mobility with the controller.
Yeah.
Well, they said that it was going to be optimized for controller players.
It's
maybe
a console
there's
game
some
if you
truth
really
with
want to
that.
put it that.
Like, if I can finish top with a controller against PC people, there's something fucking seriously wrong.
I think it's just the style of game. I think because with PC, like you can pretty much keep your distance and accuracy will win over those type of things. But in this game, you can get up and like tango with people pretty close, and it's all about who has the drop on whoever. Like that game is. If someone has the drop on you,
Yeah.
and I found keeping your boost jump is fucking vital.
Yeah.
Just to be able to boost back, forth, left, or whatever. Just like to use that is just if you use it,
Yeah,
you're like
if- I
a
found
fucking
a lot-
sitting duck coming down. You're like he has nowhere to go now.
I found a lot of people, especially in the mechs, now the way you can dash left and right, they weren't using the dodge feature of the mechs, so I found it easier when I was in the mechs to kill another mech because I could easily dodge what they were throwing at me.
And they just stand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people just stand there and take
I
it.
had
for
a
whatever reason.
one
I have
hit.
no idea
I
what
had pretty much a one hit KO against the mech only today when I was playing it. That I have what's the rocket? I think it's the cluster rocket.
Yeah.
You know the cluster rocket. I have the electrical smoke, and I used the guy with I had at the time the triple burst.
Yeah.
The fast one.
The 40 mil. You know the
Yeah.
grenade
Strider,
launcher.
I think they're called.
Yeah, so I had that set up, and I was getting to my Titan, and he was waiting for me. So the second it got up, I literally was getting picked up, and he was behind me, ready to shoot me. So I literally just did one dash back to him, turned around and punched him, put smoke down, hit the cluster, and started shooting him through it on the way back, and he blew up within like the time like I'd done the combo, and I'm like, this combo actually works pretty well. So now all I do is I literally can just one punch will knock down pretty much all their shields, electric smoke them, hit the cluster, because if you hit the cluster in them, it'll like
Yeah.
start to spark off, and then I just keep burst firing, and then by the time you're done that, you have another burst jump up, so you can actually double dash forward and just punch them again. But like the combos that you can get off is what really kind of make it. Because sometimes you're playing that game at the beginning, you're like, this guy just fucking wrecked me. What happened?
Yeah.
And then you realize like, oh, I can just make my Titan just purely dedicated to wreck another Titan. So like I finished there one game and I killed 12 Titans.
Nice.
And I was just like, yeah, that's all I need. And I didn't use the Titan card. I had the burn card and I didn't use it.
Really?
When you're attacking Titans, you get more XP in the cooldown. But I have those cards at lower 40 seconds of the Titan. And I'd sacrifice one of my Titans to kill 2 Titans. And I used the card, and I'd obviously done enough damage afterwards that I'd literally just gone up into the air. And as I was coming back down, I was like, your Titan is ready. Just like, yes! So I literally came back down and I'm like, Deet. And the Titan just appears.
In one particular match I had, remember, you know that nuke as you eject, and I took out like 2 Titans in one
That's
go.
still cool.
You can dash while that happens.
Yeah.
Someone was doing it there, like, was suiciding with the real fast one, and he must have activated the infinite dash. You know, the really small one can just infinitely dash. So he was across the way from me, and we were shooting him from a range. But then all of a sudden he started to glow, and he was just like, we're just like, get the hell away from me.
But yeah, it's probably the most fun I've had in a multiplayer game since Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's
It's
really,
not
really good.
It's not the revolution everyone
No,
wanted,
not
but
by any means.
it's a very good version of that stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's
Very good.
I just find it crazy how I feel like I'm playing 2 games.
Yeah.
Like the on the ground stuff is one game, then when you're in a Titan, you're on the same battlefield, but it's a different game. You have different objectives in mind. Like in a Titan, like I'll always shoot after like players if I get the chance, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I'm here to like wipe out every single AI going, like everybody just clear the battlefield, that sort of thing. I find the cluster rockets just so funny. Just like if they're in a room, just shoot it into the window and you just see it coming up, everybody's dying. Or like the minute a pod drops and then the pod drops with the grunts and then the, what are they called? The robots will come in as well on the ropes on top of them. And there's like a group of like 10 guys there and it's just like, and then it just like, and you like all the points are just racking up. But I'm getting that kind of like Twitch mentality now, where it's becoming when I'm in a Titan, you're just running. It was the burst rifle, the 40mm cannon is just.
Do you not
one
try
shot.
the
electric thing?
No.
The machine gun?
The railgun?
Oh yeah, it's too slow.
Yeah, it's
if the 40mm can, I've taken it off burst now because it actually goes to a third of its strength each shot, which is kind of actually no, it goes to. I think one shot is actually just as powerful. It'll just knock out one person at a time. But I'm finding myself now, like, literally just... I can see the blur of cloak. And I'm just like... Boom! You just pop them out of the sky and you're just like, yeah.
So
Or
yeah, Titanfall.
with teammates, when someone's on top of their Titan, you can kind of look to their Titan and then, like, you can put a smoke down and be like, get out your smoke, and then they'll just run into the smoke, and you just have a bunch of Titans just trying to clean themselves off of people.
Yeah, the electric smoke, I think, is the key.
You can just take a point using that, pretty much. Just go into it, electric smoke, walk out, and they won't know you're gone. So they're all like, oh, where is he? And it's just like, he's not there. Keeping the dashes is also amazing in that game. Just being able to like put the smoke down, dash out, kind of just charge the shields, just have that ability, and you're like full shields again. Then you're just like, my rocket's up, everything's up, so you can just go in and just burst someone down.
punching,
having it on the analog stick now, rather than some
Some
crappy,
weird ass
crappy
C, isn't it?
I don't know, some crappy
Yeah,
key that my
it's
fingers
not
just
bad
can't
to
get to on a PC. It's just, I had to remap it to my mouse button. I put it to a thumb button on the mouse, just the melee. But now, because of the thumbstick, it's just, you can literally just go,
in their face.
I love kicking. Kicking is overpowered.
Kicking,
What the fuck is that a one-hit kill for?
Damn.
Why is my kick separating guys' spines left, right, and centre?
The better question is, why do you kick people when you have a knife?
Yeah.
You're hacking tool is just a knife.
Do you know what I thought?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it if they even on the foot, you know, like the rocket pad, like a bit of jumper on the pad. Like even if you kick someone and just showed you just going, and they just ragdoll back, that would be okay. The fact that you just literally just go up your arse, and your man just goes, and he just falls over.
Yeah, but like, doesn't that make it just funnier?
Yeah.
It's weird to see the people like karate kicking across the map.
Have you had a karate kick match where you just can't kick each other?
Yeah.
And you're just like, hutcha, hutcha, hutcha.
Usually I just Indiana Jones them and shoot them while they're still trying to
Kick.
yeah. It's a very good game though. I wonder how it's sold. They didn't come out boasting about it.
Yeah. I wonder what the numbers are
Good
like
bit of time.
Xbox to PC.
I'd say more Xbox than PC.
Yeah. It was pushed mainly on Xbox.
But like that's supposed to be their flagship game. That's pretty much Xbox's. I think not Destiny, but that's
Great way
their
of hope.
marketing plan. Yeah, that's
It is. Like it's their exclusive big
when it
thing.
got launched. It put them 3%, I think, ahead of PlayStation 4.
No, I don't think
No,
they
they're
were
not-
ever ahead.
No, they're
at any
nowhere
point.
near that to
It was
PS4.
like something like 94% to 97%
No.
sales or
No,
something.
the Xbox
But
One is so-
I read it. It was on Twitter, so I
the
might have to
PS4
follow
has
someone.
sold like 6 million or something.
Yeah.
Now that it's out in Japan, like that's unprecedented. And Infamous Second Son has been number 1 in the UK charts for 2
2
weeks on
weeks.
the go.
Well, it's probably precedent because, you know, Japan didn't have a Nintendo console to buy.
But no, it's just like no console has come close, not even the Wii,
Yeah.
to selling this much at launch.
It's the fastest selling console ever.
I'm not gonna lie,
More so
PlayStation
than
4
the-
does look
even the
like
PlayStation
Fuck
2.
all games,
Yeah.
and I own one.
Well, you have another one there now.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward.
What's
to it.
their Titanfall, if you will,
Infamous?
coming? No.
Infamous. No,
Infamous is their
fucking.
big exclusive.
That's
Also,
money.
Killzone.
Multiplayer.
Killzone's already out.
Mm.
It's not very.
Killzone was never
Not
very.
very good. I like Killzone 2 a lot.
I like.
And 3. The
I like
multiplayer.
Killzone.
You need to see that again, and then you'll be like, "This is not a good
It was
game."
on PS2 for fuck's
Doesn't
sake.
matter. You look at that, and you'll be like, "This is not a good game."
I like the
Even,
way the
even
guns
if you go
handle.
back with Halo and watch Halo, Halo is still a good game. Killzone was not.
Yeah, like, and even with all the hype and all the madness surrounding Killzone, because it was crazy,
Yeah,
it's
Time
still
Splitter's aiming.
it's still got like 6s and 7s, which for a game like that, like it got that from English press, and they're PlayStation heavy.
I don't know.
Most- on
I
most
thought it was
occasions.
alright.
Go back and play it then, and then come back to us next week and see what you have to say.
I'll have just long hair, raggedly looking.
Just like
It's-
But that had
shatter
that
yourself
reminded me
in the
because I had Time Splitters aiming, where you aimed and you'd stop, stand still, and you were a circle on the screen.
I
world.
fucking
More
hated that.
GoldenEye aiming,
Yeah.
if you really want to.
Sorry, I never played.
Yeah, but GoldenEye was like, there's a guy on screen. I would follow you across the screen. It wasn't very subtle about its aim assist.
No, but most of the Time Splitters people were GoldenEye people at
Yeah.
one stage. And Perfect Dark, I guess.
Hmm.
Which I don't think I ever played.
Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's not great.
It's not
Is that
GoldenEye.
that one with the ridiculous weapon?
Yeah, every weapon had an alternate for it, I think.
Had like one that could shoot through all the map. Some weird thing.
Ah,
like
you could
that.
see like it had like
Was that the one?
skeletons through the walls.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Oh, is that the Far Side or something?
I don't have a clue. All I know is it's probably one. It was in there. I remember watching it when it was the most ridiculous weapon in the game. You could just
That also has
see
not
through
aged
everything.
well.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark has not aged
Bet you
well.
Time Splitters. has
GoldenEye has not aged well.
Perfect Dark Zero. Now that's a game of age well.
Time Splitters. What a game.
Time Splitters has not aged well.
What has
Turok
aged
has
well?
not aged well.
Turok never looked good. I'll always say this. It was too foggy.
Yeah. Like you could see about what 8 foot. in
Medal of
front
Honor.
Uh,
Well, your papers.
I love Medal of Honor, but I bet that looks bad now.
Yeah.
We should actually try and get through that game. And,
We could listen to the great music.
yeah,
By just showing your papers to everybody.
but like now,
Even on
I,
the beach.
now that I think
Papers,
about it,
papers.
I actually was when I was
No,
playing.
this is the Medal of Honor before the
Oh.
Saving Private Ryan level.
Allied
became
Assault.
Yeah, this is
obligatory.
Allied
that's
Assault.
the-
You all remember the passport
Yeah, yeah.
was like the best weapon in the game, but there was one colonel
Yeah, you couldn't get.
you couldn't get past him, and he asked you, but we could sneak past him, or you could use that single shot weird gun on him.
Luger?
No. It was like this.
It's like a spy gun.
It's like a
one
spy
of the
gun.
ones you
Was
press
that
the
was
button
that
on.
actually real?
Yeah, they're real. Did you ever see the film Munich?
Use them a lot.
I haven't seen it, but
There's
I
a
know.
really unpleasant scene where 3 men shoot a woman with one of those things. It sucks.
3 men shoot one. Like they all had one, or
Yeah, they all have one. It's effective. That scene. It's designed to be unpleasant.
It's
not a very
literally-
good film though.
It's literally just like this
Yeah.
big, and they chamber one bullet into this huge thing.
I want to see that with a
think they're
leg
like
I did
little
not
pellets,
like.
so you shoot them into people's lungs. I think is the idea.
The
More
Russians
unpleasant.
had a modified version of it to inject a
Ricin
plutonium.
pellets.
What was it?
Ricin.
Ricin, sorry,
They
ricin.
did it through an umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy died.
How'd your man get his radiation? The recent dude.
Oh, that's not something we can get into. That's an ongoing thing, I believe.
Really? That was years and years ago.
Still, like, he was probably assassinated.
He was assassinated. That's.
But yeah, like,
Did you
we
not hear
can't-
that? The guy with the radiation.
Can't, like... Oh, it doesn't matter. This is the years old. I'm cutting this all out anyway.
Why?
He's getting the paranoia, like that they're gonna hunt him down.
He
He knows
fucking
too much.
tinfoil hat or something.
It's a weird segue, though.
Since when?
We have to keep the
Anyone-
game focused.
Has anyone been like, it's a weird segue that I'm gonna have to cut because we're talking about
Have you not
assassinations?
heard some of the podcasts from before?
But hold
Like,
on, I'm more
Did you
interested.
edit out the weird bits?
I'm more
I
interested.
was going through my hard drive there the other night, actually last night, and you'll not like on our mic. It has a very specific file format name.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what's this? And it's him going for 30 seconds. Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! For 30 seconds.
Alright, I might leave it in.
But
Which
I
yeah,
can't believe you guys
I can
haven't
send you-
heard about that. It was a couple of years ago, and he was in England.
Yeah.
And-
got radiation poisoning.
Yeah, he
seriously.
was dying slowly of radiation poisoning.
Assassinations and robbery. This would be great if we we already spoke about Thief. We could have
Well, you can continue speaking. How much have you gotten through it?
like 2 hours.
All right, I've kind of.
I don't like the voice actor. Oh, I'll just make clear. I was probably
Yeah.
never going to like this game ever.
No, do you know what?
It's like
I
it's a
find
miracle
bad?
they did Deus
Okay,
Ex to my satisfaction. I'm not going to do it twice. So
But like,
I've accepted that the times have moved on.
I'm gonna like put it out there that like I think it was not ruined for me, but I like because everyone was saying it was shocking. I went into it going like I'm just gonna play a shit game, but then like I kind of just neutralized that part of me. I'm like no, I'm just gonna play it and get it, and I'm actually getting through it. It's a nice kind of like you just want to jump into a story game every now and again, and like Thief ain't gonna be all like you gotta do this in 2 seconds. It's not Titanfall, so you're not gonna like have a heart attack. So it's a nice relaxant to that. So I just kind of jumped into it for a bit of story and robbing people.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been playing as well. You said the word relaxing, and I was just thinking about what are other games that are relaxing. Then I remembered that I've been playing Dark Souls 2, which is the opposite.
That's euthanasia.
There's been a lot of swearing coming from my room for the last 2 weeks. It's very good though. I think it's harder than either of the other two.
Fuck.
I thought this was supposed to be the one that they were like people were.
It is
Make it more accessible.
It
Babying
is for like 10 minutes, and then it goes back to being normal. Like in the tutorial area, there's these 2 monsters guarding a coffin, like which you think automatically that looks kind of important, and they're really hard at the level you're at. And if you get into the coffin, when you come out, you've switched genders, and that's all it does.
What?
But can you
Yeah.
pick your gender?
Yeah, but like this coffin changes it. Like you create a character at the very start.
So basically, it's a
Okay,
sex
but like
change
I've never
coffin.
played Dark
Pretty
Souls.
much.
Like, can
It's
you
very weird.
actually like? Is it like Dragon's Age or not Dragon's Age?
You
Is
create
it Dragon's Age?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an RPG. This is very different.
The one where you ride everything.
You just you create a guy. You pick a class that determines your starting statistics and equipment, and you're pushed out into the world, and off you go.
Survive.
Well, can you have relations?
No.
All right then. So
I-
what's the point of the sex change? Just aesthetics?
It's just Dark Souls is odd.
Yeah.
So it probably does something else, but no one has
It's-
figured out what
It's
yet.
a Japanese
demon's only
name,
like
it's-
a
it's
cock-sucking
fucking
demon. Oh, you're a woman now. You won't eat your cock.
What was the name of the monster in the first one? Ceaseless Discharge, was it?
Yeah, that was the one. The ones in the
Oh yeah.
Yes, Ceaseless Discharge.
Wait, which one was that?
The name's
Was
on.
that Dark Souls?
That was Dark
That's
Souls.
a boss in Dark Souls.
Guess
yeah.
what's in the portfolio? Does anyone get that reference so I don't have to say it out loud?
The
Yes.
translation in the first one was bad, but some of the stuff it translated was really funny. Like when you beat a boss, it said "you defeated," which makes no fucking sense.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I'm not gonna mention anything in particular, but I'm just gonna say it like this. If I'm gonna have to review anything, cut stuff out, and I see some shit like that, I'm just gonna be like, perfectly fine.
Yeah, what does it say now? Victory achieved is what it says now. which I don't
So
think
their
is-
English. Oh, sorry, their English has improved.
It'd be like that thing you showed
the
me.
translation is more straightforward.
Yeah.
That JRPG, like Pokemon-esque looking game, where it was with the crystal,
Oh yeah,
getting the crystal into your wand. It was,
just on your.
That was fucking weird,
Yeah, that was.
it was
strange one.
brilliant though.
but weird at the same time.
Very weird.
Like, I had to put the crystal on your back, and then she turned around and was like, "Put it in this way."
Oh, put it in
But
gently.
Your back
Yeah.
is on the other side, and she's like, "I don't care."
Oh, I want to look at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "If you hurt me, I'll never speak to you again," or
Is
something.
this a
like that.
game?
Yeah.
We'll show it to you during break. But yeah, I'll show it. Was it in work you showed it to me? It was a really weird time. It was-
Yeah, it's
remember
on YouTube. It's fucking
It was.
weird.
I
It was
was-
on the site actually.
Yeah.
I posted it to the site. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing I ever posted.
This is post worthy. Oh man.
Peter Serafinowicz is in Dark Souls too.
What?
Yeah, he's been on Twitter since Dark Souls came out talking about how great Dark Souls is, and now he's in Dark Souls too. Not as a funny, like there's no comedy or levity in Dark Souls at all.
Yeah.
So he just plays a really serious knight who might have gotten someone
Did
killed.
Vinny not get into Dark Souls too?
Yeah, he loves
Titanfall.
those. Yeah, if you want to watch a really good playthrough, he has one on Giant Bomb.
Or Jeff Green.
Jeff Green's one is good, but if you've played the Souls games before, you'll want to punch Jeff Green in the face a lot of the time because some of the stuff he does is terrible.
I love Jeff Green. Where he has
Like,
his
it's
glasses
so
on,
bad.
and he's literally just like
Yeah,
peering over,
Yeah,
just looking.
whenever he plays it, he looks pretty old. But
Although,
it's really funny though at the same time.
at the same time, like I think he's probably the only person who I've seen upload like nearly like hour-long videos. He literally just be like, "Screw this! I'm putting up like 3 hours of footage."
It's cool that so many people have started streaming, like famous-ish
Yeah.
games people. Like, it's good.
To our niche.
Speaking of streams, did you see the Giant Bomb GDC coverage?
I did. It got pretty hectic.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They weren't in a porn set, no.
No,
No.
but they gave Phil Fish the drink Buckfast.
And guess who brought him the book fast?
Yeah, it was our
Our mate
Friend.
John Jeffrey.
John Jeffrey did it.
yeah.
Yeah, he brought them.
I've seen that on like I heard about that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Phil Fish got really, really Buckfast drunk and got even crazier than he usually is.
Did he meet him?
No, he gave it to Danny O'Dwyer.
He
GameSpot,
works for
who works-
GameSpot.
Daniel Dwyer? Is that the?
He's from Wexford?
Yeah.
Or Wexford or Warsaw?
John knows him.
I used to listen to his podcast.
No.
He had one years ago.
Was he on Citizen Game or something?
Yeah, that was his
Yeah.
thing. Him and another dude from wherever
Wexford.
they're from, Wexford
Yeah.
or something.
Cute.
So yeah, that's all thanks to John Jeffrey. Scumbag.
Yeah, it's a horrible,
What did your one say about it?
awful drink.
What, it tastes like a wet cat
Can't remember.
wrapped in a fart or something like that.
Oh.
He got drunk off it.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah. No, you don't have to
He
drink
just got
very-
angry
You
off
don't
it.
have to drink very much. Buckfast to get drunk, even though it's like 13% or something. There's also a tremendous amount of caffeine in it.
That's the lads in.
That's probably worse. The fact that
Oh, it's terrible. Like
Yeah.
a load of like it's a real like social problem. Like no racism. Honest to God, it's an issue in Scotland.
yeah.
This one drink.
Did they do a voice? Didn't they do a voice documentary on it?
Yeah,
Watch the voice documentary. It's fucking madness.
it's
They
crazy.
they actually. I know they joked about it on Giant Bomb, but like they said on Giant Bomb, it's probably responsible for about 15% of the crime in Scotland. But I actually wouldn't put it past it. It does seem to be a very, very big issue.
And it's made by monks.
Yeah.
Or at least was at some point. Buckfast Abbey.
Yeah.
in Scotland.
It's fucking weird.
It's a rough drink. Fibbers, this is how rough it is. Fibbers sell it behind the bar.
And up in
I
the
kind of
north,
want to
you can
get
it
this
on
and
tap.
have a laugh. See if it doesn't do anything.
There's apparently a pub in Scotland that has it on tap,
Jesus.
which seems like a bad idea.
Have you had
That's
it?
a terrible idea. No, it has been. I've seen what it does, and when somebody's like, "Oh, have some book pass," it's like, no.
It's just like what? Like some people say
very
whiskey.
fucking angry.
Whiskey makes them. If you mix people who've had bad stuff with whiskey happening, I've heard that before.
Oh, but some people can get very angry if they're drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Jägermeister.
Yeah, Jaeger bombs. That's
No,
why I
even
think
the straight up
caffeine.
Jägermeister is just a straight shot.
I don't understand that. Like how you get
The
one
mixture,
of
whatever,
dead
isn't it?
people or something.
It's just whatever effect it has on your brain. You
Yeah.
know, we're not scientists or biologists. I don't know.
But did you see Dave Lang at the very end of it?
I did, yeah. And now the announcement was obviously that they're developing Killer Instinct from
Yeah.
here on out. Probably good hands. Dive
Very
kick
good hands.
seems pretty well put together.
Yep.
For what it is, I know it's stupid, but
Actually, that was
It
one
is
thing we
pretty-
were playing at the LAN party. Dive kick.
yeah, I know.
Dive kick.
I vaguely remember hearing this.
I actually did really well at dive kick.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
Great.
Ellen
weird,
is pretty good at dive
game.
kick. Actually,
Well, there's only
one
two
of the-
buttons, I suppose.
It's one of the very few games she actually plays, isn't it? Dive
Yeah.
kick.
no, she plays. You haven't gotten her into it though, yeah. It's any simulator game, no.
Didn't she play through all of Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know. I know. I think I gave her Kingdom Hearts or told her to play it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You sound very tired. Are you tired?
No, I'm not tired. No.
What have you been playing at?
Mountain Blade.
I
Did you even
should
get
just,
new
I should
games?
just isolate you saying that and like for every what we've been playing section, just put that at the start.
Yeah.
Mountain Blade.
Mountain Blade.
Or if you ever takes a break from Mountain Blade, it's because of King's Age.
No, I haven't been on King's Age in...
That's because you've been too busy playing Mountain Blade. But as soon as you want to take a break,
No, because I can't access King's Age at work anymore.
they
I'm
realise
sure you
people
can
had
play it on your
problems.
phone.
Have you
Right.
played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer?
I haven't actually. I've been considering putting the disc in and a bit going at like. So what happened last time? I gave it up for about like 5 or 6 months, and then one day I was like, "Oh, I'll pop it in, try it out," and that was it. Like every day after that, Mass Effect.
Need to get all those
You
back
have
on that.
new games that,
I've
like
been
you have
meaning to-
games you mean to play.
You got a fucking painkiller there that you got the last time. Why don't you give that a go?
I don't really want to give that a go.
Yeah, I can imagine a console version of Painkiller would be very good.
They made
Painkiller.
Bulletstorm was really good.
Yes.
My brother did. He bought WWE 14.
You bought it.
Yeah,
Sean or
Yeah.
Gary?
Sean. I was asking him
I
how he bought it,
should've
and he was
known.
like, "There's no career mode." I was like, "What?" Apparently, there's not a career mode in a wrestling game.
Really? Like there's no like Road to WrestleMania
No.
or whatever now?
Apparently, you just do.
It's not
like,
made by,
old
THQ
matches.
anymore.
You just
Oh, is it? Who's it made by?
Well, THQ don't exist anymore.
That's
so.
true. Who owns it now? 2K?
Yeah, it's 2K, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure it's 2K.
Either that or Quicksilver.
And is it still the same guys developing it?
Don't know. All I know is THQ are not publishing it anymore.
They can't. Publish
Or
it beyond the
THQ.
grave. What else did they lose? They lost a load. of shit.
Warhammer.
Darksiders?
That's gone. I don't think anyone
Uh,
bought that.
They were supposed to be alright games. I think I have it.
The first one
on
was
the
good.
computer.
The second one was a bit of a letdown.
I think that crowd, what's the name? Quicksilver? Was it?
Quicksilver.
Yeah, I think they bought Darksiders. as
They
well.
bought
Did they?
most of the stuff.
Oh, the Dead Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You now have like they're trying to get into the
And
MOBA
Nordic.
scene.
Like everyone else in the world.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like there's like apparently a Batman MOBA.
There's
That's,
fucking
Yeah,
King of
the-
Fighters
yeah,
MOBA.
that's
Heroes.
out now, but no one is playing it.
There's a King of Fighters MOBA as
Really?
well.
King of Fighters?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I've no idea.
Blizzard has launched their version, which is Heroes of the Storm, which is all their characters, but it's pretty much not a MOBA.
It didn't really make much of a splash.
No,
either.
it's not a MOBA. It'll catch people who don't know what to play. It's like the whole purpose of the game is you have to last hit the creep. So imagine like you have to like kill something as it's being killed. So in the game, and then you get gold. So imagine Mountain Blade, and you have to kill the person last all the time, but they have a health bar. So you have
Is
to
that what
perfectly
last
To get the
time it.
last hit, basically.
Yeah. So you have the last hit, is what it's called. And in that game, they just got rid of that.
Can you last hit from the jungle?
No, there's not even that.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
But you,
Like, these phrases have no meaning to me. I just know they exist.
so
Push mid.
you can.
Toxic.
But yeah, there's
He's
like
toxic.
no individual levels at all. It's just a team level. So in a normal MOBA, you're like you can level up yourself, and if you're getting you're called snowball, you can get ahead of the game, and then they have to shut you down, and they get gold for shutting you down. But like, you could pretty much carry your whole team and win the game because you're strong enough. But in this game, they just made it that it's just like, nah, you just have to be around the minions when they die. There's team levels, so you don't even have to worry about that. So there's actually nothing for you to do bar just walk around. And
So it's like entry level mobile.
it is literally just
It's more
entry
for
level.
kids than say.
so
League
like
of Legends.
everyone literally who's been playing it's like if you just want to not like these MOBAs can be really intense where it's like literally like 45 minutes to an hour of your time sunk into this game.
With somebody fucking screaming down the end.
No, there's no mics unless you're on Dota. But like, I don't know. That's their version of it. Then the I don't know why they picked Dead Island as their franchise to go with to make a MOBA.
Well, aren't they doing a
people
new
like
game?
Zombies.
I have no idea.
It's just Dead Island. They just didn't get the
Yeah.
zombies. Dying Light,
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Dying Light is literally the same, but except they made it more realistic.
which like I don't really like zombie stuff to begin with much, but the fact that they had their trailer at that stupid video game awards was PewDiePie playing the game makes me never ever want to go near that game ever.
I actually looked at the game and it looked alright, but I just know it's by Dead Island people, so I'm just,
So it's gonna be broken.
like no, because don't get me
It's
wrong.
gotta be broken.
No, don't get me
It'll be
wrong.
enjoyable.
Dead Island is fun.
But broken.
Don't use the word broken.
Broken.
Highly.
Highly broken.
Techland have never made an unbroken game. Like Call of Juarez, the Cartel is the most broken game I played on the 360. That game was the worst.
Like, hold on. Do you guys remember in Black Ops?
I stopped writing for the site like 2 months after that happened. After I reviewed that game,
That's how much damage it did.
that's a bad one.
that could
That's
be
the same studio.
same studios, dude.
But shooting barrels is fun. The most fun about
Only
those
when you
games-
have Louis and Brian in the same game, or sorry, and Alan as well, just to wind up Brian.
It was funny because we learned that you'd see Louis carrying the barrel over and you can shoot the barrel in his hands. So it's just a constant matter of like trying to like hide around corners and like place the barrels and
I think I should make a game called Barrel Shooter specifically just for you. So one character
'Cause that's what I remember
running around
about
with
this.
explosive
I was
barrel.
that Criterion shooter that came out on the Xbox and PS.
Black.
Yeah, that was pretty much a barrel shooting simulator
Yeah.
I never
to show off their
Physics.
impressive at the time physics.
It's
No.
still technically
Use
impressive
Black
that they got
Ops.
it running that.
Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. You could shoot the barrels and you could kill your own teammates.
I know, I was in those fucking
I
games
know.
with you.
And we like literally just like and Search and Destroy was even the best because obviously when you die that's it, you're out for that round. So we'd wait and there was one barrel by a bridge that you could get a cluster people, and one time like I think it was me, Connor and Alan, and there was 3 other guys and they all went that way and we blew them all up and we literally just go over and be like just teabagging the ground and stuff.
You sound like awesome guys to play with.
Oh, I'd win you the game though. I'd just be like, yeah, kill everybody.
Nah, Louis was the best, by far the best Black Ops player to like
Great
to ever
people.
play.
Oh, Dragon?
He
The
figured
lag
out.
window?
Yeah, he figured out the lag window.
Yeah.
Lag window was brilliant.
I've never
You
seen
just
it
get-
ever used or ever went on YouTube.
Yeah, nobody ever.
No one has probably ever discovered it except Louis, because he knew you'd get host, and he just LMG to the window, full burst, the whole
Extended
thing
mag.
would
Everybody's
crash,
game.
Extended mags.
and then like, I think we wouldn't get crashed out because we were part of his lobby, but other people on the other team would start to drop. Like
we win the match
yeah,
by default
because like
we
you're
didn't get knocked out
causing
or quit.
like we'd literally had this one thing where wasn't It wasn't cheating, but it was literally we'd like get ahead in points, and then we'd go, Louis, lag window.
Yeah.
And no one could capture objectives because in lag, the flag would go all the way to captured, but it wouldn't switch sides unless the connection was fixed. So no one could capture flags, and we were just sitting there running and we all did fine because we're used to lag. So we're running around in the lag, getting teleported back and stuff. Everyone's just on one bar.
I hate lag.
Right, do you want
I have to
to call that?
Yeah, we call that a day.
Get down. She's only after leaving work now. She's walking across. So.
Okay, so well, we're calling it a day.
If they get her, you
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna walk across. It's darker.
All right.
Right. And
That's a very short one, isn't it?
an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah.
That's what we've been keeping them at since we went
Short
on the
and sweet.
YouTubes.
It's just handier.
Not spending 5 hours rendering.
Efficient.
Evan's gonna stretch it out with like 30 minutes of little sound clips and songs in between.
Just no mash music this time, okay?
What's wrong with the mash music?
Get blocked.
Get the notifications again.
Did we get notifications for the mash music?
Yeah.
I told you that we got blocked. You can't access it on mobile. And they can implement a strike if they want.
So yeah.
That's pretty great.
So
But
now
like-
you need to rip off Telltale Games.
But wait, I got the mash music from YouTube. I used a program.
They
called,
probably
like,
have a strike too, but
YouTube to MP3 downloader.
they haven't chosen to take action. And if they do, the only action they took was not to have it on mobile devices.
It's transformative work. What I did to the mash music.
Gonna,
All right.
gonna run down.
I'll see you later.
Cool.
See ya.
Take care, everybody. Bye.